This video explores 15 foods banned in America, from Kinder Surprise eggs to horse meat dishes. We'll unpack the safety, labeling, and cultural debates that led to each ban, and how American law evolves with public concerns. Along the way, we touch on raw milk, exotic cheeses, lead-tainted candies, and other items that sparked regulatory clashes. Join us as we trace the history and controversy behind these forbidden flavors. 1. Kinder Surprise eggs. The beloved chocolate with a dark secret less than p greater than. Picture this. You're a kid in Europe, unwrapping that iconic yellow and red plastic egg to discover both chocolate and a tiny toy inside. Pure magic, right? But cross the Atlantic to America, and suddenly that same innocent treat becomes contraband. The FDA banned Kinder Surprise eggs because they contain embedded, non-nutritive objects that may pose a public health risk, as the consumer may unknowingly choke on the object. Less than p greater than. The ban stems from the 1938 Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act, which prohibits consumable items that have partially or completely embedded therein any non-nutritive object. Despite Ferrero selling around 1.5 billion candy eggs per year globally, the Italian company is banned from selling the eggs in the US. What's truly wild is the enforcement. A fine for a single Kinder Surprise egg can be as much as $2,500, and border officials have detained travelers for 2 hours over 6 eggs. As U.S. Customs spokesperson Mike Milne put it, Kinder eggs are prohibited just like narcotics are prohibited. Less than p greater than. 2. Horse meat. America's most complex food ban. Less than p greater than. Horse meat occupies a bizarre legal gray area in America that would make even lawyers scratch their heads. Here's the kicker. Consuming horse meat is completely legal in the US, but it's illegal for someone to sell meat from a horse for commercial human consumption. This creates a situation where you can legally eat Seabiscuit, but you can't buy him at the grocery store. Less than p greater than. While there are no federal laws explicitly banning the sale of horse meat, a 2007 law stopped funding USDA inspections of horse slaughterhouses, effectively establishing an unofficial ban on the sale of horse meat for human consumption. Until 2007, only 3 horse meat slaughterhouses still existed in the United States for export to foreign markets, but they were closed by court orders. The cultural taboo runs so deep that it's illegal to consume horse meat in Delaware, Hawaii, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island. Less than p greater than. 3. Raw milk. The underground dairy revolution. Less than p greater than. Raw milk represents one of America's most passionately debated food restrictions, creating an underground network that would make bootleggers proud. The interstate trade in raw milk is illegal because of the risk of serious illness from drinking unpasteurized milk, yet in many places across the country, raw milk is being transported across state lines and openly sold to enthusiastic customers, and the Food and Drug Administration is doing nothing to stop it. Less than p greater than. The numbers tell a stark story of risk. Since 1987, there have been 143 reported outbreaks of illness, some involving miscarriages, stillbirths, kidney failure, and deaths, associated with consumption of raw milk and raw milk products contaminated with pathogenic bacteria. Today, 20 states explicitly prohibit intrastate raw milk sales in some form and 30 allow it. The loophole that keeps this underground market alive? Raw milk is often sold as pet milk online, which raw milk boosters admit is just a formality to keep the FDA at bay. Less than p greater than. 4. Kazu Marzu. The world's most dangerous cheese. Less than p greater than. If you thought blue cheese was adventurous, wait until you hear about Kazu Marzu, a cheese that takes fermentation to stomach-churning extremes. This Sardinian delicacy is made from sheep's milk and crawls with live maggots, earning the Guinness World Record title of the world's most dangerous cheese. The maggots aren't an accident or contamination, they're the entire point of this traditional Italian cheese. Less than p greater than. It is banned in the European Union, a decision challenged as recently as 2023, as the cheese is considered a traditional food in Italy. The ban makes perfect sense from a food safety perspective, but it also highlights the cultural clash between traditional food practices and modern health regulations. For Americans, this cheese represents everything our food safety system was designed to prevent living organisms in our food that aren't supposed to be there. Less than, P greater than. 5. Shark fins. From luxury to liability. Less than P greater than shark fin soup once represented the pinnacle of luxury dining in Chinese cuisine, but America has taken a hard stance against this controversial delicacy. The U.S. banned the sale of shark fins due to ethical questions about the practice of shark finning, with the Shark Fin Sales Elimination Act signed into law in December 2022 as part of the National Defense Authorization Act. Less than P greater than the ban reflects growing environmental consciousness about shark populations and the brutal practice of finning, where sharks are caught, their fins removed, and then thrown back into the ocean to die. This isn't just about one dish, it's about protecting entire marine ecosystems. The legislation makes it illegal to possess, buy, or sell shark fins, except dogfish fins, anywhere in the United States, closing a loophole that had allowed some states to continue the trade. Less than, P greater than. 6. Époisses cheese. France's forbidden fruit. Less than P greater than époisses has a strong odor and bold taste, but this French cheese isn't sold in America because it's made from unpasteurized, raw milk and is under 60 days old, which goes against USDA regulations. This represents a broader conflict between European and American approaches to food safety, where Europe often allows traditional production methods that America considers too risky. Less than P greater than while you can purchase pasteurized versions in the US, you may have to plan a European vacation to try the real deal. The 60-day aging requirement exists because after 60 days, the acids and salts in raw milk cheese and the aging process are believed to naturally prevent Listeria, Salmonella, E. coli and other harmful bacteria from growing. For cheese connoisseurs, this ban represents one of the biggest gaps between American and European food culture. Less than, P greater than. 7. Silver dragées. The decorative deception. Less than P greater than those innocent-looking silver balls decorating cakes and cookies across America carry a surprising secret: they're technically banned as food. The FDA warns about silver dragées, which are silver-coated almonds officially classified as non-edible since silver is not allowed to be an additive or color in food. Less than P greater than if you see them for sale, they are available in every U.S. state save for California. They should be labeled as for decorative purposes only. This creates the bizarre situation where millions of Americans have probably consumed these decorative-only items without realizing they were technically eating something the government considers inedible. The silver coating is the culprit here, as the FDA strictly prohibits silver as a food additive. Less than, P greater than. 8. Mont d'Or. The black market cheese. Less than P greater than Mont d'Or is considered the holy grail of French cheese, made only once a year between August 15th and March 15th, but because it's made with unpasteurized milk, it can't be sold in the United States. This seasonal cheese has achieved almost mythical status among American food enthusiasts precisely because of its forbidden nature. Less than P greater than cheese connoisseur chef Ryan Hardy called it the gangster, white truffle of all cheeses, and the black market cheese, with cheese lovers going to extremes to taste the legendary Mont d'Or. The French AOC certification law specifically requires that it cannot be made from pasteurized milk, creating an impossible situation where authenticity and American food safety laws directly conflict. Less than, P greater than. 9. Foie gras. California's luxury ban. Less than P greater than foie gras represents one of America's most contentious state-level food bans, where ethics clash with culinary tradition. While you can purchase and eat foie gras for personal use in some parts of the U.S., retailers and restaurants in California are banned from selling this luxury food item due to animal cruelty concerns. Less than P greater than the ban was enacted in 2004 but went into effect in 2012, was temporarily lifted in 2015, then reinstated, reflecting ongoing debates about ethics. This back and forth demonstrates how food bans can become political battlegrounds, with different groups fighting over whether the government should regulate food based on how it's produced, not just whether it's safe to eat. The controversy centers on the force-feeding process used to create the enlarged duck liver that defines foie gras. Less than, p greater than. 10. Bushmeat. Africa's forbidden wildlife. Less than p greater than bushmeat refers to various African wildlife, some on the endangered species list, that are hunted and consumed in Africa, but importing this meat to the United States is illegal due to both the protected status of the species and health risks. This ban represents the intersection of conservation efforts and public health policy. Less than p greater than the health risks are substantial, as bushmeat can carry diseases that don't exist in traditional livestock, including potential zoonotic diseases that can jump from animals to humans. Beyond the immediate health concerns, the ban also reflects America's commitment to international wildlife conservation efforts, recognizing that allowing bushmeat imports would create economic incentives for poaching endangered species. This prohibition covers everything from antelope to primates, creating a broad shield against both ecological and health threats. Less than, p greater than. 11. Lucas Mexican candies. Leads sweet deception. Less than p greater than several Lucas Mexican candy products, including Pulparindo, were banned due to high levels of lead contamination, with the FDA setting strict limits on allowable lead amounts that these candies exceeded. This ban highlights how innocent-looking treats can harbor serious health hazards, particularly affecting children who are most vulnerable to lead poisoning. Less than p greater than the lead contamination was linked to ingredients and manufacturing processes, leading the FDA to issue warnings and recalls to prevent further distribution. Lead exposure in children can cause developmental delays, learning difficulties, and behavioral problems that can last a lifetime. The colorful, sweet appearance of these candies made them particularly attractive to children, making the contamination even more concerning from a public health perspective. Less than, p greater than. 12. Nestlé Magic Balls. The Kinder Egg wannabe less than p greater than Nestlé Magic Balls were similar to Kinder Surprise eggs, containing a small toy inside a chocolate ball, but in 1997, Nestlé was forced to pull them from stores after a lengthy legal battle, making them banned like Kinder Surprise before them. This represents corporate America's failed attempt to challenge the 1938 Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act. Less than p greater than Nestlé's legal battle demonstrated the inflexibility of American food safety regulations when it comes to non-nutritive objects in food. Despite the company's resources and legal expertise, they couldn't overcome the fundamental principle that food shouldn't contain inedible objects that could pose choking hazards. The failure of Magic Balls essentially closed the door for any similar products, reinforcing that the Kinder Egg ban wasn't just about one specific product but about an entire category of food toy combinations. Less than, p greater than. 13. Cadbury Chocolate. The trademark trap. Less than p greater than certain Cadbury chocolate products were effectively banned from being imported due to a trademark dispute between Hershey's and Cadbury's parent company, with Hershey's arguing that imported Cadbury chocolates violated its trademark agreement and didn't conform to U.S. production standards. This creates the unusual situation where the same brand name represents completely different products on different sides of the Atlantic. Less than p greater than this ban isn't about food safety, it's about corporate legal warfare masquerading as consumer protection. American Cadbury products are manufactured by Hershey's under license and taste significantly different from their British counterparts, using different ingredients and production methods. The import ban ensures that American consumers can't taste the difference, protecting Hershey's market position while arguably denying consumers choice in the name of trademark enforcement. Less than, p greater than. 14. Kinder Happy Hippo. The pattern continues. Less than p greater than Kinder Happy Hippo faced a ban in the United States for similar reasons as Kinder Surprise eggs. The risk of choking hazards due to the inclusion of small toys, with the FDA's regulation prohibiting non-nutritive objects embedded in food products applying to this product as well. This demonstrates the broad application of the 1938 Act beyond just the famous Kinder eggs. Less than p greater than the Happy Hippo ban shows how American regulators take a blanket approach to food safety, applying the same principles regardless of the specific product or manufacturer. While the hippo-shaped cookies might seem less risky than chocolate eggs, the fundamental issue remains the same: Inedible objects mixed with food create unacceptable choking risks in the eyes of American food safety officials. Less than, P greater than. 15. Ritz Bits and Oreos. When familiar becomes forbidden, less than P greater than Ritz Bits sandwiches with cheese were recalled in 2018 due to potential salmonella contamination in whey powder, which can cause serious and sometimes fatal infections, particularly in young children, the elderly, and those with weakened immune systems. Even America's most beloved snack brands aren't immune to food safety issues that can trigger bans or recalls. Less than P greater than Oreo fudge creams were recalled in 2012 due to undeclared milk allergens, with the FDA mandating that all potential allergens be clearly listed to prevent severe reactions in allergic consumers. These cases show how even temporary bans on familiar products can result from manufacturing errors or contamination issues. The recalls demonstrate that food safety in America isn't just about exotic foreign foods, it's about maintaining vigilance across the entire food system. Less than, P greater than.